Good afternoon. All of you join fast. Exact 3. I will start the class. Good afternoon, all of you. Today we discuss measurement of power in single phase circuit with wattmeter in conjunction with current transformer and potential transformer. Okay, how to measure the power in single phase circuit by using the current transformer and potential transformer. You can see the circuit diagram here. Okay, single phase AC circuit, this one. In this, how to measure the single phase wattmeter, how to measure the power in this circuit. You can see the circuit diagram here. This is the current transformer. Here we are connected the, this one is current transformer. This is the potential transformer. Okay, the current transformer secondary is, this primary is connected to the load, and this side is primary is connected to the primary supply voltage, and secondary is connected to the load. The secondary coil is connected to the one ammeter and current coil here. Okay, the current transformer connected, secondary coil is connected with one current coil and ammeter. Okay, and potential transformer. The potential transformer, here we are connected with pressure coil. Primary is connected to the, primary winding is connected to the supply, but secondary is connected to the pressure coil here. Okay, secondary is connected to the pressure coil, current coil and pressure coil. Okay, here the current transformer is connected to the in series with the load. Okay, and potential transformer is connected in parallel with the supply voltage, in parallel with the supply voltage. Okay, this is the connection of the single phase AC circuit wattmeter method. Okay, here in this wattmeter, this is a wattmeter connection. Here wattmeter we are using in lab MLCV, right? MLCV. What are the MLCV terminals? In wattmeter we are using the MLCV. Elements are there in a wattmeter. What are that elements? Anyone know? Are you seen in lab? In wattmeter connection you have to see MLCV. What are that values? Here M is the mutual. Okay, L is the inductor, and C is the common, and V is voltage. These are the elements are connected in wattmeter. Okay, here we have connected, MC is always short. MC is always short in the wattmeter. Why? Why we are connecting LV short? Only we are connecting, we are shorting the MC only. Why? Anyone? No? we can connect the LV, it flows high current in the circuit, in that instrument. So we cannot connect LV short. So in that purpose we are shorting the MC side only. Okay. It is not required to you, just I am telling. We can require this connection only, how to connect the single phase circuit with wattmeter. This is the wattmeter connection. The wattmeter current coil and pressure coil, two coils are there in a wattmeter, and current coil is connected to the current transformer and pressure coil is connected to the potential transformer. Okay. Here the current transformer is connected to the in series with the load, and potential transformer connected with parallel to the supply voltage. Okay. And potential transformer in parallel to connected 1 voltmeter to find the voltage in this transformer, and current transformer is connected in series with 1 ammeter. Okay, we can measure the current in this coil. This is a wattmeter connection, current coil and pressure coil. Here we see the elements are M, L, C, V. These two will be short. Most of this is I, because LV we can short LV, then we can get the high amount of current in the instrument. So we cannot use LV as a short, only we can use MC short connection only. Okay. This is the connection of single phase AC wattmeter connection. Okay. You can see the matter is same. Single phase induction energy meter. Okay. This is clear. Single phase AC circuit wattmeter connection is clear. Just connection only. How to connect the circuit in single phase wattmeter. It is clear. I am going to the next topic, that is single phase induction type energy meter. Can measure the energy by using induction type energy meters. Okay. In this single phase energy meters we can measure only AC circuits only. Okay. We can measure the AC, electrical energy in single phase AC circuits. Okay. This meters measures in kilowatt hours. We can measure the kilowatt hours. Okay. It is used in domestic and industrial purposes. Principle of this single phase induction generator. What is the principle of single phase energy meter? We know the deflecting torque, right? TD. The TD interaction between the flux and eddy current induced by the moving system produces the one more flux. Here two fluxes are produced in this energy meter. From these two fluxes we can generate the magnetic field and we can generate the EMF in this coil. Okay. From that we can produce the torque. Because of these two fluxes we can generate the torque in this meter. We can see the circuit diagram, you can clearly understood. Here in this energy meter we have four types construction, that is driving system, moving system, braking system, registering system. Okay. First we discuss the driving system. What is here? This is the connection diagram single phase energy meter. Okay. Here driving system. driving systems are these two magnets. This one magnet, this is also one magnet here connected. Okay, and moving system is here speed. This disc here connected one disc, no, here this is the disc, this disc is moving system here. Braking system is here permanent magnet is connected. This is the braking magnet or braking system. Okay, registering mechanism, here registering mechanism. What are that elements? What is the purpose of each of the element? Here 4 numbers there, no, driving system, moving system, braking system and registering system. First we discuss driving system. What is driving system? It is having two electromagnets. Okay, one is connected in series with the load, that is this one series magnet. Okay, it is in U shaped, series magnet is connected in U shape, and this is the shunt connection, shunt magnet, that is it is connected in M shape. The lamination will be M shape. Here the series magnet is connected with U shape laminations. Okay, the laminations is used here silicon steel material. This laminations will be silicon steel material. Okay, silicon steel material. By using this we can laminate these magnets. One is connected in series, one is connected in parallel, that is shunt magnet. Series magnet is connected U shape and shunt magnet is connected here M shape, like that one. This is the U shape, right? And series is excited by the load current, because here we are connected the current coil here. In this series magnet we connected the current coils. Both ends we are connected the current coil. From this current coil we can generate the flux as a phi 1. Okay, phi 1. And current produced in this current coil is I. Flux is phi 1 and current produced in this current coil is I. Okay. Anyway, here shunt magnet we are connected the pressure coil here. Pressure coil. Okay. In this pressure coil we can generate the voltage here. And we can produce the flux here, pressure coil, from the pressure coil phi 2 and produce the voltage as V. Okay. And lags with 90 degrees. Both are will 90 degrees lagging. This shunt and series magnets. This is the driving system connection. Okay. Driving system connection is, first it is having two magnets, that is one is series magnet here U shape laminated, and another one shunt magnet, it is connected in M shape lamination. The lamination will be made up of silicon steel here. The series magnet is connected with current coil, so the current coil will be produced the flux here phi 1, and the current will be produced in this coil series magnet current I. And same way here shunt magnet is connected M shape, so here connected with pressure coil, M shape is connected with pressure coil, so the pressure coil produce the voltage and flux will be phi 2 and V. Okay, this is the connection of driving system. First part is over. Next, going to the second, moving system. Here what is moving system? Here the moving system will be this disc. Here the disc is moving here. here we are connected the aluminum disc. Okay, the aluminum disc mounted on between these two magnets. Okay, whenever the magnet flux produced, in that time this disc will be moving. Okay, the disc will be moving, then here rotating, moving and rotating, then the revolutions will be generating in braking magnet. Okay, this braking system, here connected the one braking magnet here, that is permanent magnet. The permanent magnet is called as a braking magnet. Okay, the braking magnet position here edge of the aluminum disc, right? The aluminum disc moves, the field is magnet, then produce the braking torque here, then produce the torque. Okay, the braking torque is proportional to the speed, depends upon this aluminum disc. Aluminum disc rotation will be there, no? That rotation speed depends upon the torque. The torque is depends upon this aluminum disc speed. Okay, the braking magnet controls the speed of the disc. Can control this magnet will be control the speed of this aluminum disc here. Okay, next one is registering the system. Registering system function is we can record continuously whatever the speed is getting, no, how many revolutions getting, how much energy produced in this instrument, whatever the value is getting, that will be continuously recording this instrument. Recording system will be record the registering system will be record the continuously number of proportional revolutions will be getting in a moving system. Number of revolutions will be getting, that will be registered here. Okay, it consists of the it connect with spindle, no? The moving system, aluminum disc will be moved, then the spindle also move. The spindle is connected to the registering mechanism. So the registering system will be recording continuously whatever the value is getting, number of revolutions, whatever the number of revolutions are there, no, that number of revolutions can be counting here. Okay, these are the 4 types in energy system. One is driving system, another one moving system, third one is braking system, and fourth one is registering system. First, driving system consists of 2 electromagnets, that is one is series magnet, another one is shunt magnet. The series magnet is connected with U-shape laminated, and shunt connected magnet is M-shape laminations. The laminations will be silicon steel. We are using the material as silicon steel material. The series magnet is excited with a load current, and exciting the current coil produces the flux, that flux is phi 1 here, and second one is and current will be generating in this series magnet is I, and second one is shunt magnet. The shunt magnet produces the flux as say phi 2, and voltage is V. Here pressure also voltage, here current also current, can produce the current. Okay, here second one is moving system. The moving system is here aluminum disc, this one. We can connect the aluminum disc between these two magnets. The whenever generating the flux, the aluminum disc will be rotating, aluminum disc will be rotating, then we can record the registering mechanism. By using this braking magnet, we can control the aluminum disc revolution. We can controlling the speed of the aluminum disc. Here the braking magnet, here braking magnet is permanent magnet we are using. The permanent magnet can control the speed of the aluminum disc here. Okay, can control the aluminum disc of the speed. Whatever the revolutions we are getting in aluminum disc, that aluminum disc revolutions can be we can register in this recording mechanism or registering system. Okay, this is the process of single phase energy meter. Okay, we can see here one, yeah, we can having the divisions in this meter. Energy meter we have 1 to 10 revolution, 1 to 10 divisions are there. Okay, we can mark, the dials are marked with 10 equal divisions. We can indicate the consumed directly in the kilowatt hours. How many revolutions we can get? We can count the revolutions for minute. 1 minute, how many revolutions getting? It will be moving 1, going to the 1 0 to 0. Okay, 1 revolution. Like that, how many revolutions are getting? This is the 1000 kilowatt. This is 100. Here 10 revolutions. Like that, how many revolutions are getting? We can register in that registering mechanism. How many times it will be rotating? 0 to 0, 1. Again 0 to 0, 2. Like that, how many revolutions will be getting in that meter? Okay. In this, the deflecting torque is proportional to the TD is proportional to the, we are getting the voltage, current and with phase cos phi. TD is proportional to the VI cos phi. Here VI cos phi means power, right? So the TD is proportional to the power, right? Here braking torque is proportional to the speed. We can controlling the speed, no, by using the braking magnet. By using the braking magnet, we can controlling the speed of the aluminum disc. So that is the TB is proportional to the speed. So TD is proportional to speed. I am taking TD is equal to TB. In that case, the speed is proportional to the power. The speed is proportional to the power, PRW. Okay, the speed is proportional to the power. Okay, this is the condition for the speed and power. It is clear, all of you? In this circuit, any doubts? Single phase energy meter. Anyone having any doubts? Once again I will explain. Single phase energy meter, it depends upon the principle of deflecting torque produced by one flux and eddy current produced by another flux. We can between these two magnetic fields and phase between them, we can getting the two fluxes, we can get the one phase difference between them, then that value will be taken as a energy meter. Here we have energy meters are 4 types, that is driving system, moving system, braking system and registering system. Here driving system means, first you have to know The resisting system having two magnets here, that is two electromagnets. Here one is series magnet and another one is shunt magnet. Series magnet is connected U shape, and shunt magnet is connected with M shape laminations. The laminations will be here silicon steel material, and series magnet is connected here both the ends current coil, and shunt magnet is connected here pressure coil. In middle of the station we can connect the one pressure coil. The pressure coil is both the ends will be connected through the single phase supply, and current coil is one is connected with primary, and secondary side we are connected to the load. Okay, here one spindle is connected here, and here one aluminum disc is also connected here, and this is the permanent magnet, that is we can call it as a braking magnet. Here this is the registering mechanism. In this series magnet we can generate the uh, whenever we are giving the power supply, in that time the current will field will produce in the current coil, that is phi 1. The flux produced in the coil is phi 1, and current will be here I. The current produced in this coil is in this series magnet is in a secondary side, load side, we will get as a current as I. Okay, same way here in this shunt magnet we are getting the flux as phi 2, and the voltage supply voltage will be getting in a load side is V. Okay, next second one is moving system. Moving system is here we are connected with one disc, that is made up of aluminum disc we are using here. We can using the moving disc here. Okay, this whenever the flux will be produced, in that time the aluminum disc will be rotating. The aluminum disc will be rotating, then we can register the revolution, the speed of the aluminum disc we can register with the registering mechanism here by using the spindle. Here whenever aluminum disc is rotating, the spindle also rotating, then we are connected with the spindle registering mechanism. The registering mechanism record the that value, and display the in that meter. Okay, we can control here one braking system also used. Third one is braking system. The braking system is we are used with braking magnet, that is the braking magnet will be permanent magnet here. Okay, the permanent magnet purpose is why we are using here braking magnet is we can controlling the aluminum disc speed. We can controlling the aluminum disc speed. We are using the permanent magnet. By using this permanent magnet or braking magnet, we can control the aluminum disc speed. Okay, we can control the aluminum disc speed, whatever the revolutions are getting the in the aluminum disc, that values all will be registering in this registering system. The function of the registering system is we can record the continuously getting the continuously revolutions in a aluminum disc. Whatever the revolutions are getting in a moving system, that is aluminum disc, that values will be registered in this recording mechanism. Okay, this will be generating TD. This deflecting torque is here TD. So TD is equal to VI cos phi here, the deflecting torque. So from this VI cos phi means power, so and TB braking torque is proportional to the speed. We can controlling by using the braking magnet we can control the speed, so TB is proportional to the speed. Here braking torque, TB is braking torque. Okay, the braking torque is proportional to the speed n. Okay, here TD is equal to TB. I am taking TD is equal to TB, steady state condition for the, so in that TD is equal to TB, so power is proportional to the n. Power is proportional to the n. This is the condition for the in this meter. Okay, it is clear all of you? Any doubts? You can see here TD is equal to TB, then N is proportional to the power. Okay. Here total number of revolution integrating N into dt is proportional to the integration of power into dt. That is, integration of power is electrical energy. Okay, integration of power is energy. So the energy will be consumed in this say instrument. Meter constant. Okay, meter constant. The speed is proportional to the energy. From this condition, speed is proportional to the energy. So the speed is proportional to energy is equal to n is equal to k into energy. Here I am proportional constant, I am taking k. Here k is the meter constant. Here k is the meter constant. The number of revolution made by the aluminum disc for 1 kilowatt hour energy consumption. I am taking 1 kilowatt hour energy meters revolutions are there in that meter aluminum disc. Okay. Meter constant. What is the meter constant? So meter constant is ratio of speed by energy. The ratio of speed and energy. Okay. Here speed is number of revolution, depends upon the number of revolution, that is only speed. Okay. Here energy in kilowatt hours, we can measure the kilowatt hours. Okay. I am taking the speed will be 1500 revolutions. The meter will be taking 1500 revolutions. The aluminum disc taking 1500 revolutions. So I am taking here 1500 revolutions by energy is I am taking 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour. So what will get 1500. The meter constant is 1500. The k value is 1500 here. Okay. Here we can take the meter constant is 1500 revolutions for kilowatt hours. Okay, we can see in energy meter we can see like revolutions for kilowatt hour, this many kilo revolutions for kilowatt hour, like that we can see the in the meter reading. Okay, name plates we can see the this rating, like this rating 1500 or 300 600 revolution for kilowatt hours, like that you can see in your energy meter in your home or lab. In measurements lab also we can see this energy meter. Okay, any doubts from here? Up to here any doubts? Up to hear any doubts more. In this energy meters also we have some errors, that is phase error, speed error, frictional error, creeping error, frequency error, temperature error, error due to the voltage variations. We can see each of the error in detail. These are the 7 errors are there in a energy meter. Okay, first one is phase error, speed error, frictional error, creeping error, frequency error, temperature error, and error due to the voltage variations. These are the errors occurs in a energy meter. Okay. From here, any doubts, ask me. Any doubts, ma'am? Single phase watt meter and energy meter is clear, all of you? Rule number 51 is there. It is clear. The errors in single phase energy meter. Okay. Now we discuss each of the error. First one is phase error. Okay. We can adjust the errors in single phase energy meters. So how to adjust all the errors, how to overcome all the errors in this meter, all those things we discussed in next class. Okay. From here, any doubts, ask me. In this single phase energy meter or single phase watt meter. Have any doubts? Anyone tell me? It is clear, single phase energy meter? In this energy meter also we have problems. So we can remember these formulas. TD is proportional to the VI cos phi and TD is equal to TB, and meter constant here. The meter constant is speed by energy, that is number of revolutions by kilowatt hour. From these formulas we have problems. So all of you remember these formulas. K is equal to N by speed by energy, that is number of revolutions by kilowatt hours. Okay, remember this formula, important in this topic. And we can discuss the problems on single phase watt meter and watt meters and single phase energy meters. We can discuss the problems in next class. Errors, we can discuss the errors, how to resolve the errors in the single phase energy meter, all the 7 errors, and problems we discussed in next class. and I will conduct one test on first unit tomorrow or day after tomorrow. All of you prepare. Okay, I will conduct day after tomorrow. All of you prepare and write the test. I will give the questions in a class only. We will write and submit after completing the class. Okay, I will give 1 hour time. In that time we complete the all the questions and submit through WhatsApp. Okay.
PDF సెండ్ చేయండి మ్యామ్ గ్రూప్లో.
Okay, I will send notes also.
అడ్వర్టైజింగ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
Okay, ma'am. Any doubts? Any doubts, ma'am? I will send first, second, third unit notes, and I will conduct day after tomorrow test compulsory. All of you prepare well. Okay. The attendance is 47, 26, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 20, 21, 23, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 39, 42, 48, 51, 22. Other than this, anyone present today class? It is clear? Today class is clear, all of you?